Most people think of photography as something. I've been photographing. Nowadays, I work in a studio at a technique, study. Most people think of photography as something you can only do using a camera, but that's not true. Photography has to do with life experience, knowledge, challenge, and discovery. It's much more than lighting and composition. In fact, it's a process of creation that starts in your mind and then externalized through the camera. Photography is something that arouses curiosity, attention, interest. You never see a picture only once. You always go back and try to understand what it means or what it wants to show you. I've been photographing for about 7 years. I first started in a workshop in 2008. Before that, I had never thought of being a photographer. I had a small point-and-shoot camera, which was very limited and totally automatic. I didn't know how to work a camera. I didn't have any control except clicking the button. I got more interested in photography when I did my first night shots using the manual mode. At that time, I was trying to figure out how aperture, shutter speed, and ISO worked, how they could control the light intensity. And I thought it great. I got pretty excited, and that motivated me to keep going, and since then I've never stopped studying. As most of photographers, I started out shooting event photography like weddings and birthday parties, from where I could get some good and bad experiences. I used to feel self-conscious, nervous, pressured, and anxious all the time. But as time went by, I kind of learned to take it over, and today I see photography as a continuous learning full of ups and downs, where we're sometimes exposed to challenges and situations that we gotta learn how to deal with or how to get through. I've taken thousands of images, but one of my favorites is a black and white shot, which has two guys walking in the middle of fog on the street. That was a scene I wanted to capture, so I couldn't miss that moment. Nowadays, I work in a studio at a university where I have the opportunity to see something new every day, such as event photography, fashion, portrait, product photography. And what I mean by that is photography has a huge area to be explored, and we don't need to get stuck in one of them. A fashion photographer can shoot event photography and vice versa, because everything depends on study, technique, practice, and passion. Everything comes together. I'm not an outgoing person. I mean, I don't usually hang out with friends or something, but I'd say that one of the things that gets me out of my house is photography. Where I live is surrounded by nice landscapes, and every once in a while I get my camera and go to take some photos. Whenever I do that, I usually got no plans, no destination. I just create my own path, and that is interesting because along the way everything seems to be quiet and peaceful for me. I really enjoy spending some time alone photographing. I love the atmosphere. I take as much time as possible to observe, to compose, and even to get familiar with the environment. I just love it. I feel myself inspired actually.